Hi there, I'm Dr. Randall George Nozawa. I am the bounce back blind guy, and this is Transforming Adversity into Opportunity, my story. Let's continue on. Okay, uh, alright, get run off the road, uh, crash my car, tree branch breaks through the windshield, and gets stuck in my brain and knocks out the left eye and right eye when I was found dangling on my right cheek. So anyway, rushed to emergency, and they removed part of my skull to allow for the brain swelling. And I was there for a few weeks in a coma. Uh, Eventually, they repositioned my skull and repositioned that right eye, which was permanently damaged, so it's very blurry, and the left eye is force ejected from my head. And I get to start there. So my business was lost and had to be sold, and that didn't pay all the medical bills. But that's how that goes. So it took me about a year to recover. Had to relearn how to to think, to to stand upright and walk, and get my speech back. But anyway, that took about a year. And so, okay, what do you do now? Lost all the the homes, the cars, all the savings, so that's gone. And like I said, almost homeless, and thanks to my wife, we're not. So where do I go now? Uh, well, I had to somehow cosmetically replace that eye. So I went through an oculist, and she kind of saw, measured, and glanced at the other eye. So she made the same thing for the missing one, and I finally learned how to put that in. And you got to be careful to put it in the correct way, otherwise it's going to be upside down and kind of facing the wrong, the wrong direction and all. So we have to do that. Now what? Well, I went back to what I did, which was personal training. So got a job teaching yoga, Pilates classes, and also personal training, for the customers that came in there. So what I used to do before dental school, and then my wife concurrently opened up a restaurant down on the Gig Harbor waterfront called Isamira, and did well there. And she had met a older couple, John and Turi, and the guy was into nutrition, and she was newly divorced, and just loving couple. And she thought, oh boy, how a great thing for us to be like them as time went on. Anyway, we John and Turi and I got involved in a multi-level marketing nutrition business, and we started doing that and doing very well. So we were seeing each other every day to get more people buying, plus get building the downline is what it's called. And so income started going up. But what I noticed with John is he highly intelligent. He had 2 doctorates. One as a naturopathic physician, the other as he had a PhD in clinical nutrition. So a lot of nutrition he knew, and so I was learning a lot from him, and all of us were getting closer. And then, but as time went on, it seemed that he had a very volatile emotional state. In other words, he would flip out at any time, be calm, and the next minute be very angry. It didn't see any violence in him yet, but as time went on, I did. But trying to create a living again, try to support my family, and we're just starting all over, broke, and then now I'm missing one eye, the other one's blurry, and here we are. So I think, well, okay, with this couple, I'm in my element, which is nutrition and talking to people, and I get to, teach yoga Pilates classes, plus be a personal trainer again. So I said, okay, not a bad place to start. And as time went on, John's personality, his real personality, started seeping through, which is the narcissism, the remorselessness, the caring for only oneself. And both Turi and I did not know he was hiding or a felon running from the law. We did not know that. And so, this went on for over a year. And in 2007, March 2007, 28th or 29th, I got a phone call late at night from Turi, and she wanted me to come down to see her, because she's whispering locked in the couple's bedroom. Now they're in a retirement community in Gig Harbor. So I couldn't drive, right, because I couldn't see, so I had to, walk there. Okay, so here's the thing. I get there, and John, his actual name is John Brandon. He went by John Williams, waiting outside, and he was just calm, peaceful, and invited me in. What happened is that we sat at the breakfast table, and there was a bottle of port on the table, and I thought that interesting because Turi didn't allow any alcohol in the house. So he poured me a half glass, and we started chatting, and Turi eventually came out of the locked bedroom, and what she said was, "Tell Randall the truth." And he was still calm, okay, and then he muttered, "Well, that's something guys talk about in private," and he left the table, and he, I believe, went back to the now opened bedroom. He came back with his 357 Magnum pistol and pointed it at Turi and ordered her to her knees. And now this is totally shocking to me, but on her way down, she said, "Oh, don't worry, he does this all the time because it makes him feel like a man." I said, "Oh, this is very strange, okay, weird things what people do in private, okay, whatever, fine." He fired twice, and Turi fell to the ground. Once again, I'm in shock, don't know what to do, but instinctively I leaned over and I had to check, and I confirmed that she was dead. So I remained seated with my head down. I don't know what to do, and I believe he moved closer to me and shot me in the head. And I'll tell you that being shot in the head doesn't hurt. It's like someone thumping your forehead with the heel of their hand. It didn't hurt, but my head came backward, and what he did was he shot me in that right eye that was damaged. I could still see partially out of. So now I'm totally blind. Okay, but I'm still awake. I don't know why I didn't die. I don't know why that bullet didn't blow out the back of my head, but I'm still awake. So I'm sitting there, and didn't know what else to do. He didn't fire again, so because I did not know what to do, I kind of slinked to the ground and kind of just laid there. I couldn't run away because I didn't know where I was going, or couldn't get out of there, so I didn't know what to do. He left the room for a few minutes, and I'm waiting, and I really don't know what's going to happen. He came back in. I said, "Oh, well, now he's probably going to finish me off because he knows I'm still alive." He shot himself in the head. Okay. I heard his body hit the ground, and there were 11 labored breaths. And then it stopped. Now there's silence, and it really was dead silence. Here I am, on the ground in the kitchen in this home in the retirement community, and of course no one heard the gunshots. 2 dead bodies, and there's me who can't see. All right. So I tried to get my cell phone and dial out. I kept on dialing the wrong number. There's a phone on the counter. I kept on dialing the wrong number, and I had to hatch a plan. What do you do? So I decided that I was getting cold. to, I'm probably going to shock. I'm getting cold. And so I found my way back to the couple's bedroom and got under the covers to warm up. And I figured, I'd get some sleep and rest. And once I hear the birds chirping, that means it meant morning. And I would get up and try to find my way outside. And they lived at the end of a cul-de-sac. I figured I'd just stand in the road until someone else woke up. And that's what I did. And, well, someone did wake up. And I was still alive, and the nice neighbor called the emergency, and I got to go to the hospital and things. But that's the start of my new life, and yeah, totally blind now, and somehow I'm alive. But what that bullet did, also besides blow out my eye and blow a hole in my palate and knock out a few teeth, that it almost severed my tongue. So they had to sew that back on, and my as you can tell, my lower left lip is numb, and my part of my face is numb. But I practice speech sounds every day, so I don't lisp, and that's another irritating thing, that I've got this lisp now that I've got to work on. I'm still alive. I don't know why. And I had to learn how to do that. Enrolled at the Services for the Blind to learn things like Braille, to learn getting around with a cane, to learn northwest, east and south, and know how to catch a bus and know where I'm going, know how to shop, the small things to cross a street and not get hit by a car, to find addresses. So, all without sight, and my new life. And one, I didn't die, and I had to turn it into something. And from there, after the blind school, I enrolled in graduate school in two graduate programs, one in counseling psychology and one in addictions counseling. I wanted to find out more psychology about John, of what made a guy like that, where he could kill, not feel regret or remorse. He was always planning ahead, and I believe he killed himself because he couldn't find a way out, and he ran out of money. But anyway, that's the story till then, and my life, my new life starts then. Broke, blind, and you can say a choice of a massive opportunity to grow and do something good in the world, or to retreat back and be bitter. And I decided to grow, and it took a while, but we'll talk about that more in the videos to come. I thank you for listening, and hey, if you like this, stick with it, and if you think it's worth your time, tell other people to watch my stuff here, and subscribe, if you like. But also look at my other things since since the blindness. What I've created was two shows. One was a YouTube show called New Enlightened Lifestyle Medicine, and that is with my co-host Patrick Herbert. And I have a radio show called Be the Change on the Pyramid One Network, and my co-host is Bob Charles, also the owner of the network. A lot of wonderful things have happened because of the blindness and almost dying, and it's a new world, and I want to share that with you. So here, tune in next time, check this out, tell your friends, and subscribe to this, and also to my YouTube show. I'd like you to stay with me, okay, especially in these times here, because I want to show you how you can turn a massive trauma, a massive tragedy, the worst you could ever imagine, and turn it into something that's good, something that's great, something that was invisible, but now it's visible. Okay, I'm Randall George Nozawa. Tune in next time. You take care.